Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name's StepsBasic and welcome back to my community show. Yeah, I spilled for right there. I got one of them pipes on me. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about something a little bit different. But first, quick announcements. Gotta get these out of the way because the whole point of this community show is me touching base with you guys. First of all, I want, seriously want to finish up all my outstanding series right now. Like, right now. Well, not right now, obviously. But I really want to finish up all of the ones that I have outstanding, haven't finished yet, before the new year. Because I want to start fresh in the new year, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get there. So the way it stands, I'm going to go through my current standing series right now. What I have Doom, I have Outlast 2, Spyro the Dragon. That one doesn't really count though, because I'm going to finish that one real quick. I have Final Fantasy 1, which also I feel like doesn't count because I always want to have an active Final Fantasy on my channel because I'm a Final Fantasy fan, like to the nth degree. So that one I feel like doesn't really count, but that one's actually over halfway done now. But Kingdom Hearts, that's the one that I know is going to hold me up. Kingdom Hearts 1. The really sad part is Kingdom Hearts 3 is scheduled to come out next month, next year, bright and early in January. And I really want that one done. I really want Kingdom Hearts 1 done before then. The sad part is, it's an RPG. The way I was doing it before was working out really well for me, where I was finishing a world an episode. Every episode, I finished a world. And that was good. It worked for me. But even still, I'm less than halfway done, and we've only got 3 weeks left till the new year. Admittedly, they don't really have a release date, or they do. It's like the 26th, I think, of January. So I still do have more time after that. But we're going to finish Spyro today, hopefully. If not today, then definitely the beginning of next week. So that'll be off the table. Doom, I don't know how far away from the end I am. So I'm canceling that series. Canceling. That one's not going to be in my list. So we're going to start off this next week, and we're going to be able to finish Outlast 2. Definitely going to be able to finish Spyro, and that'll just leave Kingdom Hearts to the end of the month. However, that means I'm only going to have one video a day for the rest of the month. That is going to help free up some time for some projects I'm working on for my channel, for this one and my main channel. Because as you know, today or yesterday, YouTube Rewind came out, and much like the rest of the internet, I take issue with a few of the things that they did, or in my case, didn't do. And so I'm doing a sort of mock rewind for my main channel, and I have to work really hard on that. So that's basically what the announcement is. I'm still going to do 2 Warframe episodes a day, and I may still end up live streaming every day too. I don't know yet for sure, because live streams are easy. And I kind of have to do a catch up of Kingdom Hearts too, so Kingdom Hearts as well. I'm not going to start Kingdom Hearts 2 before 3 comes out. But if you guys want to see me play 2 first, I will play 2 first. All that being said, that's all my announcements for now. Warframe's still going to be 2 episodes a day. I'm going to finish up Outlast, I'm going to finish up Spyro, and then I'm going to start working hard on Kingdom Hearts. Those are the 3 series that I really want to finish. Starting next year, we're going to start with a new lineup, new games, all from the beginning, and I'm going to get back into my personal fun videos, like the machinimas, the Trophy Hunter series, the highlight reels, my personal videos. So onward with the video. So the topic for today is very special to me: voice acting. It's one of the key pivotal things in a lot of modern day video games, in the acting for the characters in the games. Now, I grew up with video games that did not have voice acting. It was a rare sight to see a game with voice acting when I was growing up, and mostly it wasn't voice acting. It was just and so to see things evolve over time the way they have, going from using Final Fantasy as an example, all the way through 1 all the way up to 10 when they finally had a fully fledged out voice acting group. Because they had it in 9, but it wasn't like a big thing. It was just like every once in a while you'd hear a voice. Now, that sort of thing, that plus cartoons really, and the great man himself, Robin Williams, all inspired me to want to voice act when I was a kid and a teenager and into adulthood. I bring this up really because I've chit-chatted very little bit with Katie Bentz, who's the voice actor for Steph from Life is Strange, and she has a Twitch channel, by the way. You should check her out. She also has one on here on YouTube, but it's not as big. But that sort of thing just kind of puts me in the mood to do voice acting, and I love the idea of having my voice kind of immortalized in a game or something. And I know that sounds very similar to other YouTubers and other other people I tend to follow too. And honestly, that stands to reason because of the fact that I'm attracted to things that I find interesting, and people who can manipulate their voices in ways that are inspiring to me is always a good thing, you know. And I've always wanted to, just be able to go out there and put my voice out there. Now, of course, we all know my real passion is in the writing and stuff, and I know we'll always go on, we're always going to be writing, It's always going to be something I'm going to be doing. But that doesn't mean I don't want to ever go out there and try to get my voice into a game. But of course, there's more to voice acting than just accents. I used to joke around a lot when I was a kid and say that I have a face for radio. But in all actuality, I have a voice for radio. If you think about it, when you got the deep inflections in your voice that kind of convey your meaning. But there was always a problem with my voice acting, as it were. I mean, for one thing, I never had opportunities, especially not like kids do these days with YouTube and everything. I never really had the opportunity as I was growing up to put my voice out there. And now with YouTube and all the Twitters and the Instagrams and everything, and I've actually gotten a lot of compliments on my voice, and I'm like, I really don't think it's all that good, but okay. I appreciate the compliment, I really do. There's more to voice acting than that. Like, I grew up with issues being able to talk loud, and that's always been kind of a big issue with me, because I mumble, and I as I put it, I speak in cursive. Training to be a voice actor really teaches you a lot of things about your voice. Like, you'll start to notice things. Like, I have a lisp that not a lot of people can catch on. And when I was a kid, I had a real bad stutter, as you've probably noticed in a few of my episodes. And so that always dissuaded me from trying to be a voice actor, from ever trying to even attempt at anything. The enunciation is very key, very pivotal to a voice actor's talent. is to be able to separate their words and make sure that all of their words come out sounding good, well, proper. And as I said, I tend to mumble and I slur. I talk in cursive. So all my words tend to blend into each other, which actually makes it a pain in the butt when I'm editing. Enunciation helps so much when you're editing, because if you can separate your words easily into easily digestible sections, then that makes it so much easier to just cut where you need to. Now, I touched on accents a little bit, and I do have a number of accents. If you've watched any number of my channel, any bit of my channel, you know I have a few of them. This is my standard voice. This is how I usually talk in real life. When I'm on camera, I pitch it up a bit so that I'm able to get it out there and get it loud. But I can also pitch it down even lower so that it's really deep and booming. Then, of course, we have the announcer voice, which is always very loud, very proper, very out there. Get you excited, get you pumped up for this, because you know you want to experience this. Accents are kind of a funny thing for me, because I'm what I have termed a vocal chameleon. I don't think I termed that, actually. I think somebody else did before I did. But anyway, that's not important. In that, when I'm around people for a long period of time, I tend to pick up their accents. And not even a long period of time. Like, I can't order Chinese food without feeling bad, because I will start to talk in a Chinese accent. And it's kind of impulse. I can't control it. If I'm around Southern people, I pick up the drawl real easy, and I'll start to talk like this a lot. And depending on where we're from, you know, you could be out here in the South over here in Virginia, and it's a bit of a different accent altogether. This is more of a Texan Southern, by the way, just in case you're wondering. And I kind of think that somewhat comes from Arizona, really, because as much as I think it's funny to say, a lot of the Arizonans I knew, apart from the people who came directly from Mexico or the people who came from other places to settle there, most Arizonans, I feel, don't really have an accent to speak of. And I have a lot of accents that I've just picked up over the years by just being around people. Now, there have been times when I studied accents, but I couldn't get the accent right when I was studying it. I had to be immersed in it. Funny, I know, but that's the way my vocal cords work. Voice acting in and of itself doesn't just come with, can you make a funny accent? Can you make a fancy accent? Doesn't come with, can you enunciate? Doesn't come with, do you speak clearly without a stutter or a slur? There is the emotive accent. To be or not to be. That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. You know, you gotta get them emotions right, because if you don't get your emotions right, they don't fit the scene. And it's one thing to be able to just say the words, to have your voice resonate properly through it. It's quite another thing to have your voice and your emotion in the voice match the situation going on. And to me, it's actually a little bit more difficult in terms of voice acting as opposed to, you know, stage acting or movie real acting. Not real acting, but real acting, R-E-E-L. Because when you're voice acting, you're recording your voice. You're not, so to speak, always surrounded by the people you're with. I mean, they do line readings and stuff so that you can kind of get a feel for the room, but at the same time, you're alone when you record because they can't have anything else going on in the back. And that to me makes it seem a bit more difficult to really convey the emotion, because if there's no one there to bounce off of, it just feels like it would be a bit more difficult. You know what I'm saying? A lot of actors, they can play off the emotions of their fellow co-stars and whatnot. And situations like stage acting is very big on that, because there's no cuts, there's no retakes. you're in it to win it, as it were. In a movie setting, if you get the emotion wrong, cut, retake. And that's what the directors are for, really. And they have the same thing in voice acting. If you don't get the right emotion, they will tell you, hey, try it a little, perk it up a bit, stuff like that. And that's the sort of thing that just fascinates me about that sort of thing, you know. I mean, it's one thing to be able to make the announcer voice. It's one thing to be able to talk in a smooth as butter voice, you know, just all out there with the deep, resonating vibes of my voice. That's weird. Anyway, but to really be able to get that emotion into it, which is kind of harder for me, because when I'm emotional, I am blank. So, like, it's even really a problem in my real life. When I'm excited about something, I will go quiet. I'll get excited and I'll go quiet. I don't emote. I don't get really excited very loudly. And so I have to think about it when I'm putting my voice to a character. I really have to think about how would a normal person react in this case. I'm not always like that, don't get me wrong. I can talk happy, but I don't know. Broken brain and stuff. We're not going to talk about that. That's sadness. As it stands, I do want to lend my voice to people, and I have volunteered my voice for other people. What sort of ideal gigs do you guys like? Do you have you ever wanted to pursue music or something, or maybe acting in and of its own right? Or, you know, maybe you want to be a voice actor someday. I know there's a lot of people out there. I mean, a lot of the people in my following here, like, are coders, graphic designers, artists. I have so many friends who are artists, and I love it. Because I can feed off the art. Pursuing writing careers. Everybody has their own passion, what they're pursuing in their life. What sorts of things do you guys like to pursue? But that's all I've got for you for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and peck that like button for me. And if you like to, of course, you're more than welcome to leave a comment down in the comment sections down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can, when I can, if I can. You know all that jazz. And tune in next time for another fine episode of Steps Basic Gaming Community Show. And until then, I did the same accent. Good night.